Welcome today. First up, the 1886 Morgan silver dollar with an S mint mark in fine condition. This coin is known for its rich history, stunning design, and the growing interest it generates at auctions. The Morgan silver dollar was first minted in 1878, designed by George T. Morgan, a British-born engraver who worked for the U.S. Mint. The 1886 issue, struck at the San Francisco Mint, denoted by the S mint mark, has become one of the iconic releases in the series. In 1886, the United States was experiencing significant economic changes, including recovery after the Civil War and the Panic of 1873. This coin captures the spirit of a nation rebuilding itself, and the design represents American ideals at the time: liberty, strength, and unity. The 1886 Morgan silver dollar has historical importance as part of the vast minting series in the late 19th century, which saw millions of coins produced in various designs. However, what makes this coin particularly valuable today is its rarity in higher grades and its strong collector demand. The Morgan dollar features a portrait of Lady Liberty on the obverse, designed by George T. Morgan. Liberty is depicted wearing a coronet inscribed with the word Liberty, her hair flowing freely. The reverse side shows a majestic eagle with its wings spread wide, holding an olive branch and arrows, symbolizing peace and readiness for war. The 1886 Morgan dollar is highly regarded for the detail in the design, especially in the minting process at the San Francisco Mint. In the fine condition, the design is still visible, but the details are somewhat worn, which adds to its character and appeal for collectors seeking a piece of history that shows its age while still retaining a sharp. The mintage of the 1886 Morgan dollar with the S mint mark is 8,710,000. While the mintage numbers may seem high, the scarcity of this coin in fine and higher grades makes it especially desirable. Coins from the San Francisco Mint often saw heavy circulation, which leads to fewer well-preserved examples. In today's auction market, an 1886 Morgan silver dollar with an S mint mark in fine condition can command values ranging from $356,000 depending on the auction's context, the coin's exact condition, and collector interest. While not the most expensive in the series, the combination of rarity and demand still places it among the highly sought-after coins for serious collectors. Morgan dollars, including the 1886 variety, are known for a range of interesting errors, including die cracks, double dies, and repunched mint marks. The 1886 Morgan with an S mint mark can sometimes display a micro S error, where the mint mark appears much smaller than usual. While such errors are relatively rare, they significantly increase a coin's value. A well-preserved example of this coin, with such an error, could see its auction value soar to several thousands of dollars. Collectors are particularly drawn to this coin for its historical significance as part of the larger Morgan dollar series. The interest in coins minted in San Francisco, coupled with the fact that the 1886 Morgan dollar was part of an era marked by change, makes this coin highly collectible. Next up, the Kennedy half dollar continued throughout the 1970s as part of the effort to honor President John F. Kennedy's legacy. In 1974, the U.S. Mint produced both large and small date varieties of the coin, and this distinction is crucial for collectors today. The 1974 Kennedy half dollars was part of the general circulation coinage and was produced during a period where the coin had moved primarily to the status of a collector's item. During the 1970s, the United States experienced significant inflation, and the mint began reducing the production of large denominations like the half dollar for circulation. The 1974 coin's issue without a mint mark is notable for being one of the more collectible variations of the year. The lack of a mint mark was due to the coin being minted at the Philadelphia Mint, where coins produced during this period did not bear a mint mark unless specifically required for a special series. The 1974 Kennedy half dollars without a mint mark has a mintage of about 21.6 million coins. While this number seems high, it's important to consider that coins produced during this era were often hoarded by collectors, and many did not circulate in daily transactions. The mintage for the large date variety is generally higher than for other varieties, yet the interest in error or non-mint-marked coins has pushed up the price over. Much like other Kennedy half dollars, the 1974 coin features the portrait of President Kennedy on the obverse and the presidential seal on the reverse. The only real distinguishing factor between the 1974 coin and others in the series is the date, specifically the size of the numbers, which have been referred to as the large date variety. The size difference between the large and small date coins is significant and easily noticeable, making it a desirable feature for collectors. The value of a 1974 Kennedy half dollar without a mint mark in fine condition can range from $77,000. This coin, despite being produced in relatively high numbers, has a solid collector base because of the large date variety and the fact that it wasn't circulated as widely as other coins from the period. In higher grades, this coin can fetch over $100,000 at auctions, and in excellent conditions, it can push even higher, especially with the premium for error or misaligned die coins. Error coins play a large role in the value of the 1974 Kennedy half dollar. Coins with incorrect die alignment, minting flaws, or scratches often appear on the market and can increase the coin's value. The 1974 large date without a mint mark coins are some of the most sought after in the Kennedy half dollar series, as they are believed to be produced in limited quantities due to variations in the production process. This coin is highly sought after for its connection to the Kennedy administration, and the era of political change in the US collectors also favor it due to the scarcity of certain date variants and the fact that it represents a pivotal time in American history. As a result, the demand for high-quality examples remains strong. Next up, we explore the 1879 Morgan silver dollar with a large date and S mint mark, a unique and highly coveted coin in the series. In this section, we will delve into the historical background, design intricacies, rarity, and what makes this coin's color-changed condition so fascinating to collectors. The 1879 Morgan silver dollar was part of the initial minting series of the Morgan dollar, which began in 1878. By 1879, the US Mint had made refinements to the coin's design, including variations in the size and positioning of the date. In particular, the 1879 large date variety is distinguishable from the small date variety by the size of the digits in the year. Minted at the San Francisco Mint, the 1879 Morgan dollar reflects a time of industrial expansion in the US, particularly in the West. The S mint mark indicates it was struck in San Francisco, a city known for being a major center for mining and commerce during the late 19th century. The country was emerging from the economic instability of the Panic of 1873, and the demand for silver coins was growing as the US entered the Gilded. The 1879 Morgan dollar, like other coins in the series, features the classic design by George T. Morgan. On the obverse, Lady Liberty's portrait is surrounded by 13 stars, with the word Liberty inscribed on her coronet. The reverse showcases an eagle surrounded by a wreath of olive branches. What distinguishes this coin further is its large date variety. The large date refers to the prominent size of the numerals in the year 1879, making it visually different from the small date counterpart. In the case of the 1879 S. Morgan, this difference is an essential feature that collectors look for when identifying and valuing this coin. The mintage of the 1879 Morgan dollar was over 9 million coins, with the San Francisco Mint contributing significantly to the production. However, despite the high mintage, the condition of the coin significantly impacts its value. In color-changed condition, where the coin has undergone natural or artificial toning, usually a blue, purple, or rainbow hue, the coin's appearance is unique and often considered more aesthetically pleasing. The market value for an 1879 S. Morgan silver dollar in color-changed condition can vary widely, but it typically ranges from $256,000 depending on the degree of toning and overall eye appeal. Rare examples with extraordinary color may push prices even higher. A particularly well-toned coin, which is both rare and visually stunning, can fetch $276,000 or more at auction. While the 1879's Morgan dollar is primarily known for its large date, collectors also look for various die errors. The most notable error type for this coin would be a die clash, which results in faint images of the reverse design appearing on the. Such an error is relatively rare and can drastically increase the value of the coin, especially if found in a color-changed state. The rarity and beauty of this coin, combined with its association with the early days of the Morgan dollar series, make it a hot item for numismatic enthusiasts. Next up, the 1985 Kennedy half dollar with a D mint mark and a large date is another remarkable coin in the world of coin collecting. This coin represents a transition period for US coinage, as it is part of a series minted in the 1980s that included both regular-sized and large-date varieties. The Kennedy half dollar had been minted continuously since 1964, but the 1980s represented a time when the US Mint began experimenting with different design features, including the size and placement of numbers. The 1985 coin is notable for having a large date, a feature that became characteristic of the 1985 Kennedy half dollar and continues to intrigue collectors to this day. The D Mint mark signifies that it was struck at the Denver Mint, one of the U.S. Mint's primary production facilities. In 1985, the Kennedy half dollar was no longer in regular circulation for everyday transactions. Instead, it was primarily minted for collectors, which makes finding high-quality examples like this one even rarer. The use of the large date style on the 1985 coin added an additional layer of interest, as some collectors see these large date coins as being more distinctive than their smaller counterparts. The 1985 Kennedy half dollar with the D Mint mark is one of the coins produced in large quantities, with millions of units minted. However, even with the high mintage numbers, the large date version of the coin stands out due to its distinct appearance. Coins in fine condition have garnered impressive prices in recent years, with some reaching several $100s in auction. It's not uncommon for this coin to sell for $85,000 depending on its condition, with higher prices occasionally reached for coins that are particularly well preserved. Due to its large date feature and the fact that it was only produced for a short period, the 1985 Kennedy half dollar remains highly desirable among collectors. The coin's relative rarity, combined with the appeal of the large date, continues to drive its value on the market. Much like the other Kennedy half dollars, the 1985 coin features the well-known portrait of President John F. Kennedy on the obverse, with the inscriptions "Liberty" and "In God We Trust" surrounding his face. The reverse showcases the presidential seal, featuring an eagle holding an olive branch and arrows in its talons, symbolizing peace and strength. The key distinguishing feature of the 1985 Kennedy half dollar is the size of the date. The numbers are noticeably larger compared to those on earlier versions of the coin. This detail, while subtle, is one of the primary reasons collectors have a particular interest in the 1985 coin. The large date design adds to the coin's visual appeal and has contributed to its status as a valuable collectible. In terms of minting errors, the 1985 Kennedy half dollar is generally free from significant mistakes. However, as with most coins, subtle variations in the date and die cracks are sometimes found. Collectors are often on the lookout for such errors, which can add considerable value to a coin. The 1985 coin, with its large date and mint mark, remains one of the more popular modern coins to collect. Collectors of Kennedy half dollars specifically seek out this large date variety for its rarity and the distinctiveness it offers. The coin has a loyal following, and many collectors view it as a crucial piece to complete their Kennedy half dollar collections. Its value, though relatively modest in comparison to rarer coins, continues to rise as more collectors take an interest in the series. The 1985 Kennedy half dollar with a large date and a D mint mark is a coin that holds both historical and design significance. While not as rare as some other Kennedy half dollars, its unique features make it a valuable asset in the world of coin collecting. The market value for this coin, especially in fine condition, is steadily increasing, and collectors continue to appreciate its charm and distinctiveness. Next up, the 1887 Morgan silver dollar, minted in San Francisco, designated with the S mint mark, is one of the most coveted coins among collectors today. The Morgan dollar created by George Morgan, was the first silver dollar minted after the resumption of silver coin production following the Silver Act of 1878. This series was produced from 1878 to 1904, with a final production in 1921. The 1887 Morgan dollar stands out because of its interesting historical background and the economic conditions surrounding its production. In 1887, the US economy was in the midst of the Gilded Age, a period marked by rapid industrialization and significant political and economic changes. The production of silver coins was crucial as silver mining boomed, especially in places like Nevada, leading to the need for more coins to handle the increasing wealth of the nation. The 1887 Morgan dollar, however, wasn't one of the most produced years compared to others in the series, which is one reason why it has gained prominence among collectors. The Morgan dollar's design is instantly recognizable. The obverse features a portrait of Lady Liberty, wearing a cap inscribed with a pluribus unum and a wreath of cotton and wheat. The reverse shows a powerful eagle, wings spread, clutching arrows and an olive branch, symbolizing strength and peace. Surrounding the eagle are the words United States of America. The specific 1887 with the S mint mark has a finer level of detail in the minting compared to some other years, and the San Francisco Mint was known for its quality craftsmanship. This adds a layer of desirability for those who value the aesthetics of the coin. The 1887 Morgan dollar had a mintage of 19,020,000 coins. While this may sound like a large number, most of these coins were circulated heavily and eventually melted down during various government buybacks of silver. This leaves a significantly lower number of coins in excellent condition today. In circulated condition, an 1887 Morgan dollar with the SAS mint mark typically fetches around $77,000 depending on its specific grade. However, high-quality examples in better-than-circulated conditions can be worth much more, often in the $79,000 range, and if the coin is in near-mint condition, it could go even higher. Why is this coin valuable? The 1887 with S mint mark is valuable due to its limited availability in higher grades. It's one of the more commonly found Morgan dollars, but still has historical significance and demand among collectors. Coins from the San Francisco Mint also have a strong following, and any coin in this series with an S mint mark often appeals to collectors looking for that minting distinction. Next up, the 1878 Morgan silver dollar marks the debut year of this beloved coin series, and it holds special significance in the world of numismatics. Minted during the Reconstruction era, this coin represents both the challenges and the prosperity of the post-Civil War United States. The Morgan silver dollar was designed by George T. Morgan, an English engraver who worked for the US Mint. His design, featuring Lady Liberty on the obverse and an eagle on the reverse, quickly became iconic. The 1878 Morgan dollar was the first coin in the series to feature the reverse design with an eagle holding arrows and an olive branch. The large date variety, which is recognized by the distinct size of the digits, was produced in relatively high numbers, yet its mint mark and the year make it one of the most interesting for collectors. The 1878 Morgan silver dollar had multiple varieties, but the large date with an S mint mark is among the rarer versions. The total mintage of the 1878 Morgan was around 2.2 million coins, with a small percentage of these featuring the San Francisco Mint mark. These S-mint coins were distributed primarily to the West Coast, adding to their historical and geographical value. The S-mint mark coins, due to their relative rarity and circulation patterns, are highly sought after. Coins in circulated condition, though not as pristine as uncirculated specimens, still fetch substantial prices at auction due to their historical importance and rarity. Today, the value of the 1878 Morgan silver dollar with an S-mint mark in circulated condition varies significantly depending on its specific. In general, circulated examples of this coin can range anywhere from $100,000s in the current market, with the value fluctuating based on the coin's wear and overall aesthetic appeal. However, in auctions, well-preserved pieces can reach prices higher than this range. A coin in a high-grade circulated condition. Let's say in the EF20 very fine to 050 about uncirculated range, could see auction prices of over $99,000. Rare, high-quality examples could push the price even further into the $132,000 range. The 1878 Morgan dollar features George T. Morgan's designs that include an obverse portrait of Lady Liberty, who is depicted wearing a coronet inscribed with the word Liberty. Her flowing hair and bold features make the design instantly recognizable. Surrounding the portrait are 13 stars, symbolizing the original colonies, and the date 1878 inscribed below her portrait. On the reverse, the design showcases a majestic eagle with outstretched wings, clutching an olive branch and arrows, symbolizing peace and readiness. The eagle is encircled by a wreath, and the words United States of America and A Pluribus Unum are inscribed, along with the denomination $1. The 1878 Morgan silver dollar with the S mint mark is notable for its specific die variations and possible errors. Coins with weak strikes or over-polished dies can present as rarities within this series. Additionally, the 1878 Morgan silver dollar comes in both the large date and small date varieties. While the large date coins are less common than their small date counterparts, they are still very much in demand. Collectors are particularly drawn to the 1878 S-Mint large date because of its combination of rarity, the historical significance of the San Francisco Mint, and the intriguing design. Its place in the early years of the Morgan dollar series means that it is sought after by both general coin enthusiasts and specialized collectors who focus on mint marks or specific years. The 1878 Morgan silver dollar, especially with the S mint mark, is one of the most valuable and historically significant coins of the entire Morgan dollar series. Whether you are a seasoned numismatist or a new collector, this coin provides a glimpse into a pivotal time in American history. Its place in the market, its collector interest, and its distinctive design make it an incredibly valuable addition to any collection. First up, the Kennedy half dollar was first introduced in 1964 as a tribute to President John F. Kennedy, following his tragic assassination in November of 1963. The 1973 Kennedy half dollar, in particular, holds a unique place in the hearts of collectors. This coin, minted without a mint mark, carries a significant value in today's auction market, particularly when in fine condition. In the early 1970s, the Kennedy half dollar underwent several changes. The coin had a somewhat turbulent history as it was designed during a period of social change and unrest in America. Following JFK's assassination, the public and the government wanted to honor his legacy, and the Kennedy half dollar was born. By 1973, the coin had already gained significant cultural and political importance, with many seeing it as a symbol of hope and respect for President Kennedy. 1973 marks a unique year for the Kennedy half dollar due to its lack of a mint mark. The U.S. Mint, which usually places a mint mark to identify the location of production, Philadelphia, Denver, or San Francisco, omitted this feature in 1973 for most of its coinage. As a result, the 1973 Kennedy half dollar without a mint mark has become a rare find among collectors. There was a significant public interest in coins with missing mint marks, and this particular half dollar stands out as one of the most elusive versions. The mintage of the 1973 Kennedy half dollar without a mint mark is notably scarce, with the Philadelphia Mint being the sole producer that year. This adds to its rarity and collector value. The market for this coin today is robust, with values varying depending on condition. In fine condition, this coin can command a premium price in auctions, sometimes reaching several $100s. In fact, a recent auction saw a 1973 Kennedy half dollar without a mint mark in fine condition sell for as much as $100,000, with some rare examples fetching higher amounts depending on the buyer's interest. Collectors are willing to pay a premium for the 1973 Kennedy half dollar without a mint mark due to its scarcity and the lack of newer releases without a mint mark. As a result, the coin has become a highly desired collector's item in the current market. The design of the 1973 Kennedy half dollar is consistent with the original design introduced in 1964. The obverse features a striking profile of President John F. Kennedy, designed by sculptor Gilroy Roberts. This side captures Kennedy's distinctive features, such as his youthful face and sharp, confident expression. The reverse, designed by Frank Gasparo, showcases the presidential seal and features a half-eagle, symbolizing the strength and resilience of the United States. Though the design remains consistent with other Kennedy half dollars, the absence of the mint mark makes the 1973 version particularly noteworthy. The coin's overall aesthetic is clean and elegant, with Kennedy's portrait central and dignified, giving it a timeless appeal. The 1973 Kennedy half dollar is free from notable minting errors. However, due to its unique status as the first coin from the 1970s with no mint mark, it has sparked substantial collector interest. Coins like this, which are scarce and have historical importance, are often viewed as key pieces in any collection. Many collectors actively seek these coins, not only for their monetary value, but because of the story they tell about the era they come from. In today's market, the 1973 Kennedy half dollar without a mint mark remains one of the most expensive and highly sought-after coins among collectors. Its scarcity, combined with its historical and design significance, makes it a standout coin that continues to appreciate in value. If you're lucky enough to find one, especially in fine condition, you're holding a piece of U.S. history that's bound to grow in value. Next up, the 1881 Morgan dollar, minted at the San Francisco Mint, is another coin that holds historical value. By 1881, the United States had already established the Morgan dollar as a staple in its coinage. The 1881 issue comes from an era where silver mining and coin production were crucial to the national economy. The coin itself was struck during a time of economic recovery following the Panic of 1873, a severe depression. The 1881 Morgan dollar saw a mintage of 21,726,000, a considerable number compared to other years in the series. However, much of this mintage was either melted down or spent, meaning fewer examples survive today in decent condition. The S mint mark coin, though not particularly rare, can still be worth a significant amount depending on its condition. Just like all Morgan dollars, the 1881 coin features George T. Morgan's iconic design. The obverse depicts Lady Liberty with her hair pulled back into a bun, encircled by stars, and the inscription E pluribus unum. The reverse shows a heraldic eagle, wings spread wide, clutching arrows and an olive branch, with the motto "In God We Trust." Coins that have been altered in some way, such as experiencing a color change due to exposure to various environmental factors or heavy circulation, are often viewed with mixed opinions in the collector community. While a color change or patina might make a coin appear dirty or worn, it does not necessarily detract from its intrinsic value, especially for collectors who appreciate the natural aging process of silver. With over 21 million 1881 Morgan dollars produced, it's easy to see why this coin isn't as rare as others in the series. However, the condition of the coin significantly affects its market value. When it comes to a coin that has changed color or has become dirty through prolonged exposure to certain elements, the value typically decreases, even though the silver content remains intact. In a color-changed, dirty condition, the 1881 Morgan dollar with an S mint mark may only be worth around $60,000 depending on the extent of the discoloration. For example, coins that have tarnished into a deep brown or even greenish hue are often considered less desirable than cleaner versions. However, some collectors specifically seek out these types of coins for their unique appearance or the. Despite the dirty condition, Morgan dollars from the 1881 mint continue to hold strong market interest. Coins with the S mint mark, regardless of condition, are still widely sought after because of their historical importance and the appeal of owning a piece of U.S. minting history. Furthermore, even dirty or color-changed coins have significant value if they come from an era of historical importance. Next up, the 1880 Morgan silver dollar is part of the middle portion of the Morgan dollar series, which was minted between 1878 and 1904 and again in 1921. By 1880, the economy of the United States was shifting as the country emerged from the effects of the Panic of 1873 and began to experience a period of industrial growth. This was also a time of increased westward expansion and the Morgan silver dollar, with its symbolism of national strength and unity, was becoming one of the most widely circulated coins of its time. Unlike the earlier years, 1880 marked a period when the coin's production was steady and it was minted in significant quantities. The fact that this coin does not carry a mint mark means it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, which was the primary minting facility for silver dollars. In 1880, the US Mint produced a large number of Morgan silver dollars. The total mintage of the 1880 Morgan silver dollar without a mint mark was approximately 8.7 million coins. Despite the high mintage, the coin's value has remained strong due to its design, its historical significance, and its steady demand from collectors. Coins without mint marks were often more widely circulated as they came from the Philadelphia Mint, the primary mint of the United States. This means that the 1880 Morgan dollar is one of the more commonly found coins, but that does not necessarily make it inexpensive. In fact, the lack of a mint mark in some cases may make it more collectible, as collectors who focus on specific mint varieties sometimes target non-mint mark coins. In terms of value, the 1880 Morgan dollar without a mint mark is typically worth between $212,000 in good condition, depending on the coin's level of wear and market conditions. In good condition, good for, these coins may fetch the high of the range, while coins in better circulated condition can go for higher amounts. At auction, a coin with an established provenance or an unusually well-preserved specimen can see significant bids, especially among collectors focused on high-grade pieces from this era. Rare specimens in better condition, fine or very fine, have been known to bring in over $223,000. The design of the 1880 Morgan dollar is consistent with the rest of the series. The obverse features the portrait of Lady Liberty, who is represented with flowing hair and a coronet inscribed with the word Liberty. The reverse shows an eagle clutching arrows and an olive branch, with United States of America inscribed along with the plural. The overall aesthetic is strong and deeply tied to the symbolism of national unity and strength. This coin's design is one of the most enduring and admired in American coinage history. The 1880 Morgan silver dollar is famous for a number of errors and varieties. The most notable of these is the 1878 reverse, which appears on a small number of coins from the 1880 mintage. This error is highly prized among collectors, adding to the coin's value. Beyond these errors, collectors often seek out Morgan dollars with distinct characteristics, such as a strong strike or particular wear patterns. The 1880, without a mint mark, is generally collected by those interested in completing full sets of Morgan dollars or those looking for specific years of mintage. The 1880 Morgan dollar is a valuable coin for collectors, especially when considering its place in the broader Morgan dollar series. Its price range, despite the high mintage, reflects its continuing popularity and the interest in both circulated and high-grade examples. Next up, the 1988 Kennedy half dollar, specifically the large date version, was part of the general series minted from 1964 until the early 2000s. In 1988, the United States Mint struck these coins with the intent of maintaining public interest in the Kennedy series while also serving as a functional piece of currency. Though no special events marked the 1988 coin's release, it is important to note that it was issued during a period where half dollars were primarily produced for collectors rather than for widespread circulation. The mintage of the 1988 Kennedy half dollar with AP mint mark, in particular, saw a considerable amount of production, but it was still not as high as the coins produced in the earlier years of the series. The exact mintage of the 1988 with a P mint mark is approximately 18 million coins. Although this number is significant in the context of half-dollar production, the large date variety gives this coin a unique distinction among. The Kennedy half dollar features a portrait of President John F. Kennedy on the obverse, designed by sculptor Frank Gasparo. The reverse, which shows the presidential seal, was also designed by Gasparo. The 1988 version of the Kennedy half dollar has a typical design of the later years of the series. It retains the same specifications, with a diameter of 30.61 m and a composition of 91.67 copper, 833 nickel. The large date feature on the 1988 coin refers to the size of the numerals in the year 1988 on the coin. Some of the later years of the Kennedy series were produced with small and large date variations, making them more appealing to collectors. The large date coins, due to their lesser occurrence, are generally worth more than the small date versions. The 1988 Kennedy half dollar with a P mint mark in fine condition can fetch a price anywhere between 50,000 depending on demand and the coin's exact condition. Though it's not considered rare, its value has risen steadily over the years due to its large date variety, which is considered more desirable among collectors. Coins in higher grades, such as extra fine or uncirculated, can reach prices well beyond the $63,000 mark. The rarity and collector interest come from the distinct large date variety. Coins in fine condition are somewhat more abundant than those in higher grades, but collectors still place high value on these large date coins due to the continued demand for high-quality Kennedy half dollars. Auction prices vary based on factors such as the number of bidders and the rarity of the coin within the specific grade. For example, a 1988 Kennedy half dollar in fine condition could see a value increase at a high-profile auction, especially if it's being offered alongside other rare coins from the series. Interestingly, while the 1988 Kennedy half dollar is not known for major minting errors, small variations in the size of the date and the placement of lettering can influence the coin's value. Coins with clear die cracks or other subtle minting errors can fetch a premium over the typical pricing for a standard 1988 coin. These types of error coins appeal to specialized collectors who focus on minor details that differentiate one coin from another. The Kennedy half dollar, especially the 1988 with the large date, holds considerable collector interest due to the sentimental value attached to President Kennedy's legacy. Many collectors aim to complete a set of Kennedy half dollars spanning from 1964 to the present, which only adds to the demand for these coins. The fact that these coins were not widely circulated adds to their mystique, and finding high-grade specimens is considered a rarity. Next up, the 1883 Morgan dollar is a coin that holds a special place in the hearts of collectors, especially those who are passionate about the Morgan dollar series. This year, minting occurred under the supervision of George T. Morgan, who designed the coin after a contest to design the new silver dollar for the U.S. Treasury. Morgan's design was selected, featuring a strong and noble-looking Lady Liberty on the obverse and a powerful eagle in flight on the reverse. While there are many variations of the Morgan dollar, the 1883 with the S mint mark stands out for a variety of reasons. In 1883, the U.S. economy was experiencing the effects of the Sherman Silver Purchase Act of 1890, which required the U.S. Treasury to purchase silver, a portion of which was minted into coins. This law created an influx of silver into the economy, but also led to a significant fluctuation in silver prices. These economic conditions affected how coins were minted, how many were produced, and how they circulated. The 1883 Morgan dollar was minted at the San Francisco Mint, which is why it features the S mint mark. At this time, there was an ongoing debate over the free coinage of silver versus the gold standard, which greatly influenced the U.S. government's coinage policies. The Morgan dollar was part of a broader series of coins that was designed to stabilize silver prices and give people access to more metal-backed currency. However, by the time of the 1883 mintage, the popularity of silver as a monetary standard had already begun to wane, which led to a reduced demand for silver dollars. The total mintage of the 1883 Morgan dollar with the S mint mark was relatively high, with just under 8 million coins produced at the San Francisco Mint. Despite this, its value has skyrocketed in recent years due to a number of factors, including its scarcity in higher grades and its appeal to collectors of the Morgan dollar series. When looking at the value of this coin, it's essential to take into account the fact that many 1883 Morgan dollars were circulated heavily, resulting in most surviving examples being in lower grades. Coins like the 1883 Morgan dollar with the S mint mark that remain in circulated, color-changed, or dirty condition are still highly collectible because they reflect the true history of their circulation. These coins often show signs of wear, oxidation, and dirt buildup, which may lower their grade but can add to their appeal among collectors who are interested in coins with character. Despite the 1883 Morgan dollar being in a lower grade condition, the value of the coin can still be significant, especially if it has a unique history or provenance. Coins that have undergone color changes due to oxidation or dirt can sometimes fetch surprising prices. A typical 1883 Morgan dollar in dirty, circulated condition could range from $175,000, but rare examples with unique characteristics or those in historically significant collections may go for even more. At auction, the value can be higher if the coin is part of a rarer subset, such as a proof-like or uncirculated example, but the color-changed, dirty versions can still command a hefty premium if they're in good enough condition. The obverse of the 1883 Morgan dollar features the iconic image of Lady Liberty wearing a coronet inscribed with the word Liberty. The reverse showcases an eagle with outstretched wings, holding an olive branch in one talon and a bunch of arrows in the other, symbolizing peace and readiness for war. The motto E Pluribus Unum and the inscription United States of America surround the eagle, and the S mint mark can be found on the lower reverse just below the eagle's tail feathers. One of the key reasons for the coin's collector interest is its susceptibility to specific errors or varieties. The 1883 Morgan dollar is known for its O over S mint mark error, where the S mint mark was struck over a previously used mint mark. This error coin is highly prized among collectors, but even the standard 1883 with S mint mark in circulated condition has become an increasingly valuable piece due to its historical significance. The interest in Morgan dollars, particularly those with a mint mark from San Francisco, remains high. These coins are part of the broader Morgan dollar series, which continues to grow in popularity. Collectors of U.S. silver coins often seek out specific years and mint marks, and the 1883 Morgan dollar is no exception. Even coins that have undergone color changes and are in dirty condition can find eager buyers in auctions because they provide an authentic connection to the past. Next up, the 1972 Kennedy half dollar with the large date and the D mint mark. The Kennedy half dollar, first issued in 1964 as a tribute to President John F. Kennedy, has remained a prominent coin in U.S. circulation ever since. But what makes the 1972 version stand out? Let's take the 1972 Kennedy half dollar was struck in both the Philadelphia and Denver mints. During the 1970s, the U.S. Treasury was facing issues with coin shortages, leading to the frequent production of coins in large numbers. However, the 1972 Kennedy half dollar, particularly the version with the large date and D mint mark, has become a significant find for collectors. The large date design was used to correct a striking issue from earlier in the year, where the date on some coins appeared too small and crowded. This error led to a variety of designs being struck, and the large date variant became more popular over time. The obverse of the 1972 Kennedy half dollar features a portrait of President Kennedy, designed by Gilroy Roberts, while the reverse showcases the presidential seal, designed by Frank Gasparo. The coin's composition is 40 silver, which is why it is a popular pick among collectors, particularly those looking for silver coins from this era. The D mint mark indicates that this coin was struck at the Denver Mint, a facility that is known for producing a significant portion of the country's coins. As for the large date variation, this is especially noteworthy for collectors because the date itself is noticeably larger compared to the regular version. It stands out clearly on the coin, making it an attractive piece for those looking to complete a collection of Kennedy half dollars. With a mintage of approximately 246 million coins, the 1972 Kennedy half dollar is not considered rare in terms of circulation. However, in good condition with a large date and D mint mark, its market today, this coin can fetch anywhere from $56,000 in auction, depending on its condition and the specific characteristics of the coin. Coins that exhibit excellent strike and little to no wear can command the highest prices, with well-preserved pieces fetching even more. What makes the 1972 Kennedy half dollar particularly interesting to collectors is the presence of several varieties, including double die errors, where the design appears twice or is misaligned. These errors are particularly valuable as they add rarity to the coin. Collectors often look for such imperfections, as they add an extra layer of uniqueness and investment potential to the coin. The 1972 Kennedy half dollar, despite its high mintage, holds a special place in the hearts of collectors, particularly those who appreciate historical coins and US silver issues. As the market continues to appreciate the rarity of these coins in good condition, its value may continue to rise. Thanks for joining us. Happy collecting!